discussion. EBX show. It's the EBX show. So let's go. EBX discussion. EBX show. Let's go. It's the EBX show. EBX discussion. Brothers and sisters, generals, feels good to be back. It's been a few days. It's good to take a day off and and refresh, because you feel fired up when you come back and you observe and you learn and you stay with it in these times. And before I keep going, got a little something that I want to play, and it relates to the title and what's on my banner here. Volunteering can impact generations to come. And that's in our lives, and in schools, just in life in general. When we righteously volunteering again, whether in schools, in our lives, and just do things without having to be told. Make forth the effort, seek good things and knowledge like our ancestors did. And as I always say, salute current subscriber, new subscriber. Anybody that view, I salute you and thank you for taking the time out of your day. And always thank thy ancestors. I honor them, brother or sister, who are generals. Salute to those who are standing firm in the world, in our families, and online. The righteous generals out here that see this matrix for what it is, because that's very, very important. And before I keep going, want to play a little something that I volunteer. Here, my children, my godchildren, and my biological. May that great divine protect them and one's family, as well as those who are listening. Salute. All right. I'm gonna play a little something for my children that I volunteer with, and I'll be back.
Brothers and sisters, I am here at my son's school, volunteering. You can hear all the youth in the air. Just want y'all to hear the youthful sounds and also show that I'm volunteering. Salute to the faculty, children, teachers. They all work very hard. And the principal. Say what's up, Ethan.
What's up?
Say what's up.
Hi.
These are all the kids that I volunteer with. That was a couple of them. You want to say hi to them? Say hi.
What's up? Wait, is that a record?
No, it's just a recording. I got a YouTube page. So I record it and I let people hear me volunteering. So it's just recording, that's all.
Oh.
So I can let people hear me volunteering. So they don't think I'm lying. So they like to hear y'all in the background. They do it like this is because you can't take pictures. So I have to do it like this.
You can't take pictures?
Can't videotape. So I have to record. Just want y'all to hear the blissful sounds of the youth. So Ethan, tell them what you learned today. Tell them what you worked on today.
I worked on cursing.
Cursing? Curses? Not cursing, but cursive, like writing?
Yeah, cursive.
Cursive, yeah. That's what you learned too? Cursive?
I learned cursive, math, and I learned reading.
Oh, cool. All right. So that's what all y'all learned today.
And I learned some big problems and multiplication.
Oh,
Like
cool.
11 times 12, that's 132.
Huh. Cool. All right. Yep, y'all going to recess after this. All right, folks. Just want y'all to hear the youthful sounds of the youth, the blissful sounds. All right. Thank you.
All right, brothers and sisters, just wanted to play that. And that's actually an older audio, but I volunteered yesterday. No, not yesterday. I volunteered Wednesday. And it's been a couple weeks since I've been back, so it feels good, volunteering, impacting generations to come, through the challenges, because again, uh, every young brother or sister or male or female, young male or female is different. So we have to be different on how we teach and how we reach, because we know how children can be stubborn and they don't want to talk. But at the core, as anybody listen to this channel, what I always say, when a young brother or sister or young male or young female know you care, it'll impact them for life. That's why I say generations to come, because they'll remember you when they get older down the road, because again, I got biological children and God children, and they will remember the positive things that we did, no matter how challenging it was. And that's what makes it all worth it. So yeah, just ride along with a brother, as we look out over the city, as I got on my banner here. As I said many times, if you'll see on many podcasts, it'll be over the building, up in the sky, and because it's a representation of this is how we got to be. Keep our mind elevating above the distractions, as we all talk about, chaos that's all around us. How this social media can have us in small spaces and not paying attention to the bigger picture, which is very important. Yeah, but if we stay wise as brother, sister, family, young or older, we'll see. Because clarity is a beautiful thing. Got a podcast on that. And but let's get to it, brothers and sisters. Volunteering, man, in any area of our lives without looking for any recognition. That's the best gift in the world. And the icing on the cake is the results down the road. And when we see our presence as volunteers, faculty members, parents, when we see it in the children, it's wonderful. Children have different ways of showing that they acknowledge you care, and they do listen. It takes a little work, takes a little chip in them, and I always say mastering one's emotions always plays a part, because as we know, the youth can push buttons. So, as adults, we have to be adults, and we always got to remember. Somebody used to tell my 9-year-old, you are the child, I am the adult. And that's something that we have to set on the foundation. Not that I'm an expert, but I know that's the foundation of disciplining a child, that they have to know they have to stay in their place, not shutting them down where we don't listen to them when they speak. Of course, we have to leave the communication lines open so they can tell us things, so they won't hide things. So we can't do that either. Can't shut them off. We have to listen to them, because a lot of children these days are pretty intelligent, and that's the kind of the downside of technology and social media. It's making these kids learn things too fast. They got to learn to. Well, not my son, though. I think he's at a good pace, but he's pretty smart. He's very intelligent, and is really eager to learn. He has his moments when he's stubborn, like any child, because I was stubborn. But for the most part, when we stay in there as brother, sister, volunteer, faculty, teacher, whatever we are, we're around children. Be a pillar, wherever we are, So, and I'll put in the end screen. I made a podcast about I think I spoke on the faculty and Mr. Nichols, which is the principal of my son's school. My son Ethan, and I got my goddaughter, and they both go to this school, and it's beautiful. When I haven't been there, I miss being there when I don't go. Everybody welcome me in. Everybody's so nice, and every day is not sunshine, as I always say. Some days can be very challenging. I walk through that school, I could see the looks on the teacher's face, the faculty, and the principal. But I'm telling you, it'll all pay off in the end, because the children we volunteer for in these schools and whatever organization that we're volunteering in. Salute to my volunteers out there, because those who volunteer, not putting us on the pedestal, but you have to have a heart of gold to just. That means it's a part of you that cares, if you volunteer anywhere, but especially in our lives. Remember, we go above and beyond, but especially when we out in the communities, in these schools, And wherever in an organization that we are, where we're trying to better humanity and or culture, thank yourself and keep it going. Remember, what we do righteous in the present will ultimately benefit us in the future. I say that a lot, but it's so very true. So very true. When we plow through the challenges and get to the results, because it's not always about ourselves. I mean, what is about ourselves, it starts with us, as I say, children, family, significant other if we have one. I say this a lot too, and work our way out. But it's nice to share positive energy and showing that we care. Again, sometimes tough love, because children need to know discipline. And that could be from any age range, from 9 years old to 30. Because as I'm not an expert on the statistics of the male, but most of us that are pretty wise, we know that the male takes a little longer to mature than the female. Statistically, I don't know why I'm stuttering that word. I'm stuttering a little bit, excuse me. But yeah, so again, every child's different. Every young male, every young male, a young female is different. But we stay with it, and use some of our own experiences, kind of go back into our little youth file and see how we were as youth, and kind of use that to help to volunteer and show the young brothers or sisters, or young male or female, the right way. And I say male or female because there are some white students at that school, but it's predominantly black. It's most of the students are black at the school I volunteer at, so. And I always think about the future. I think about these kids when they get a little older. They're not always going to be children. So that's what I think about. Because I remember elders that helped me down through the years. And I still remember them to this day, those that impact me and gave me advice that I didn't listen to, that I found out later on. Like, wow, some things I did listen to, some things I didn't, some things I did, But the things I didn't, you remember later on, like, wow, they was right. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what we pass on. Again, impact generations to come. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing when you see the results playing out in our own children's lives and other children that we touch, even if it don't seem like it, brothers and sisters. If we're touching their heart, even when they're stubborn and they're clowning and misbehaving, we stay at it over time. Consistency, brothers and sisters, general salute. Man, that's what will play out later on in life. And that's the beauty of life right there. Not status, material shit, what celebrities doing this and doing that, and people beefing and all this old dumbass shit that don't mean nothing. When there's entities around us don't give a damn about none of this shit. All they care about is placing power wherever they deem necessary, and anything that's a threat, they either humiliate it or find a way to get it out the way. Because it's so many. I was speaking about this and just kind of going off subject just a little bit. I was speaking, because I keep it real now. You get to a point in your life as brother and sister when you become wise, or up in, I always say, levels or age. You ain't got time for petty shit. You keep it real. So look, my conversations change at work now. Now I'm totally different than I was maybe 10 years ago. Because the levels never stop if you stay with it. Stay seeking for knowledge. Be like my banner here. Rise above the matrix and see and be like, wow. All these years I've been thinking the same thought. It's almost like you have to relearn. You have to re-educate yourself from things that we have been taught all these years, So, and that's a whole nother podcast. Many of us speak on this. My generals out there, my reachers and teachers, salute. But at work, I be having some profound conversations with brothers and sisters, and I hear stories and things on the news, and I always think in the back of my mind, okay, now what are they doing now? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. It's distraction here, there, everywhere. You got to sift through it, analyze, not paranoia, but just being analytical, just being a little analytical. I like to rhyme sometimes, and you'd be amazed, but we have to go there and get out of this, what we always say, rat race, man. Danger, danger, danger. The rat race. That's when you ain't paying attention to nothing and just missing everything. Now, we might not, as brothers and sisters, can't catch everything, but if we are aware, and not caught up in the rat race, we'll catch most things, and it'll be less challenging mind, body, and soul. Because don't forget to pay attention to the body, because we have to be healthy spiritual brothers and sisters. Not just the spiritual, but the body has to be healthy for us to forge forward as generals. Because when it comes to spirituality, something I learned, and many of us have learned, we have to eat right, sleep right, keep good things within, harbor good things, like a woman when they're pregnant and they doing all the good things to make sure that baby come out healthy. That's what our soul and spirituality is like. It's like a baby we're cultivating inside of us. And when we birth it, we want it to shine. And that positive shine, just, man, shine on everybody else. Because that's what it's about, building warriors. But you have to have that wanting to build pillars within, and not just, not all about selfish self. We work on self, but not selfishly, because in the end it'll backfire. Again, it could be right where we are. Vibration is a vibration. So go back to what I was saying about the kids. It's wonderful when you see it, and they miss me when I'm not there, as well as the faculty. So that's what we go through the challenges for. That's why we fight those battles in our solitude moments, because as I always say, the toughest, hardest battle is in the psyche. That's where all the toughest wars are fought. So that's why in those moments of solitude, if we have the luxury of being to oneself, because that's kind of a luxury with all these distractions. So if we're fortunate, or we have the luxury of being to oneself, you better think. That's when you better meditate, deep prayer, whatever you do, get into your thoughts, filter through all the stuff, think about where we've been, where we are, and what we got coming. There's nothing wrong with thinking like that. Can't see the future, but we can damn sure anticipate it and make plans. Righteous in the present, brothers and sisters, firm. We got to keep that foundation firm, no matter what. Like Brother Martin Luther King said, our blueprint. What is our blueprint? When we know what it is, we have nothing to worry about. Because again, when you got good at the base in your soul, you're not worried about who's doing this or who's doing that and who's gossiping and celebrity gossip and all this old bullshit. You see right through it. Be the eye of the storm. That's what we be, the eye of the storm. So I want to get back to the faculty. And Principal Nichols, that's his name. Good brother, man. And dealing with children on a daily basis can be draining. It can take a toll on you. But when you have a wanting to better children and others in your soul, that's what keep you going, And that leads me to a song I'm going to play called Let Divine Take the Wheel. Now, when we say let divine take the wheel, we don't mean like float on this cloud and everything's going to be good. No, it's just keeping oneself centered and as one and stable, and keep a firm foundation. And if we think of, if we reflect, that's why we have solitude. That's why we have those moments to ourselves. If we're fortunate, think about the things we plowed through. So when we do that, to know that we can plow through anything else. Just think of the hardest thing, brother or sister, anyone's listening, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, anyone that's listening, think of the most hardest, and I say hard, not challenging. Think of the most hardest thing you ever been through in your life, and you thought you wasn't going to make it through, and you made it. So if you made it through that, you'll make it through this, whatever that is, that's challenging, So that's what keeps us, that's our motivation right there. And we also lock into that divine spirit. We have those solitude moments, cherish moments to ourselves. Again, not selfishly. We don't cut everything off, but just to keep ourselves sane, especially if we do volunteer or reaches and teachers. So we have to practice on keeping oneself centered too. Those who teach out here, so, and that's another thing as brothers and sisters, those that are righteous as brothers and sisters and do maybe have a good platform and do somewhat of a status, but I'm talking about the righteous ones. Remember, they have battles too. So we have to know this. I've heard stories, as I said in the past. I've heard stories of brothers and sisters, what they go through on some of these platforms, because people can be mean, people can be weird, people can be evil. Now, we got some positive brothers and sisters, that being in chat rooms and comments and stuff like that. But then you got that wave of entities that just, man, draining and just irritating. It's like a little neck. So I understand, overstand, and understand that. It took me a long time to really understand things like that. So I started hearing stories. So we got to keep that in mind with some of these brothers and sisters that do have platforms. I'm talking about in the world or online. I'm talking about the righteous generals, those who built their platforms up from nothing. Them the ones I'm talking about, you know. And I actually got a list of some of the ones that I connected with and learned from, you know. So, and it's on my channel, but I'm gonna salute to brothers and sisters who don't let like numbers and stuff like that consume them, because it can be challenging sometimes. But I salute to those who can do that and are speaking and doing behind the scenes for a right cause. So salute. All right, now, because we know who we are. We don't have to split hairs. So I connected with some great brothers and sisters in this social media world. You know, I know the toxic side of it too. I know how it can consume you, because I don't take it. Hey, and I'll tell anyone, never underestimate the power of the media and/or social media. So hey, you gotta keep your, because man, because this thing will have you going and going and going and have you, it make us hyperactive. So that's why we have to slow things down. Skirt, get a grasp on things in deep prayer or meditation. All right, now I want to go back to the faculty. I'll put it in the end screen too. Brother Nichols. And I got his picture and everything on the, I think the thumbnail and or banner, if I'm not mistaken. And I just spoke on him and a older gentleman I met named Mr. Henry. So I'm gonna put that in the end screen and then the one with Mr. Nichols. And I just spoke on Mr. Henry and some of the teachers I met, and some cool teachers, man. All the teachers are cool, you know. And again, sometimes I walk through that school and I see the looks on some of those teachers' faces, man. Because again, children can be something else, but it's all worth it in the end. Like I say on my banner, brothers and sisters, or should I say thumbnail. And that's my son's school on the thumbnail. And volunteering, impacting generations to come, wherever we are, in schools, in our house, you know, in our home. We out somewhere, gas station, grocery store, anywhere. We see anyone, say something righteous to a young brother or a young sister or young male, young female, you know. Just be nice for no reason. Not nice, but be positive for no reason. You know, you gotta watch that nice crap. But be positive, cause we can. Cause as you hear me say a million times, positivity is free. Negativity can cost you. That's why I don't like beefing and toxic debating and all this dumb shit and trying to one up each other or down each other. It's so fucking stupid. It really is. I don't let oneself, never ever, as brother or sister or family, excuse me, let oneself get caught up in shit like that. You know, analyze, step back. You know, every fight don't have to be fought. You know, some things back up from it. You know, we control us. You know, so because we gotta be ready, be on point for things that's important overall, that's coming down the road. Real talk. When we're above and beyond this old fucked up ass matrix, we'll see everything for what it is. You know, clarity, brothers and sisters, clarity, because clarity is what lead a lot of volunteers to volunteering. You know, just something in us that just we have to do something. You know, as Malcolm X said, I always quote Malcolm X. We get that thought and be on fire, it's gonna bother us. It's gonna tantalize us. When the great divine has something for brothers or sisters or family, it's gonna bother us. You know, and that's whatever that is. You know, it could be a small space, a medium space, big space. If we feel it in the gut of our soul, eventually it will turn into action. You know, so we just gotta stay with it and stay away from toxicity, and we'll be fine. So, all right, I want to get to this song I want to play called "Let the Divine Take the Wheel." Remember, this is not no floating on the cloud thing. It's just letting that fire that's been burning in us. Tomorrow, for those that, man, that just want to reach out to the communities and want to do something, you know, stay with it. Stay with it. You know, you can feel that righteous feeling, you know, study it. See why you're getting it. That's why I always say study synchronicities and deja vus and dreams. You know, we can almost see the future, brothers and sisters, but we have to tap into that part of our mind and not be afraid of it. You know, we're more powerful than this little thing we call the human body. We can do so much more. We have had many brothers and sisters, individuals that has shown us throughout history. All right, I want to get to this song called let divine take the wheel. And it's good to be back. Thank those that's been riding along. I appreciate you. You know, my leaders and teachers with a student spirit. It's wonderful. You know, I never thought I wanted to be doing this. You know, I was inspired by other brothers and sisters who have platforms that speak. And, you know, again, when that great divine has something for us, and it's for anybody. It don't mean I'm special. I just answered the call. As I like to say, we all get that call. But it's for different things. It's not always a platform, you know. It's whatever we know what that call is, you know. So, all right, I want to get to this song that I keep saying 1,000 times. All right, hold on. All right, been a while. I feel good when you ain't spoken in a while. And as I said, it's called "Let Divine Take the Wheel," and I'll be back, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, EBX, yeah, that's the freaking deal in this life. Gotta keep it real, brothers and sisters. Divine, take the wheel, yeah, and that's the freaking deal. Yeah, divine, take the wheel. Hey, that's the freaking deal. Deal. A great divine, take the wheel. I'ma do what I gotta do. I'm trying to make it through. Cause I want us to win. A man never lose. I'm staying here, man. I gotta keep this ground. And I keep on doing this, kicking this positive sound. I'm sending love unto all my family and my children, those struggling in these streets. And keep on pushing forward, yeah. And God has got our back and gotta be positive and never ever slack. For my black people, yeah, you know I put them on the top shelf. I try to reach out to those men that need help. And yeah, gotta keep it real. That's the freaking deal, man. I give all the power to that divine. Take the wheel. That's the freaking deal. Yeah, let divine take the wheel. Brothers and sisters, that's the freaking deal. Great divine, please take the freaking wheel. Man, don't mean to curse, but forgive my God. But keep me going, yeah, don't never let me stop. And yeah, I love the bottom, mother F the top. And yeah, I keep on rocking right through this hip hop. I keep on seeing through, the devil never get me. No, I'm never confused, gotta have clarity all up in our brain. I gotta watch the children and never go insane. Divine, take the wheel, yeah, and that's the freaking deal. Hey, take the freaking wheel, great divine, and that's the freaking wheel, and that's the deal. I gotta keep it real. I keep on doing this, never having no fear. Want all of us to make it and never ever quit. Yeah, let the great divine man take the wheel. And yeah, be the true to oneself and keep it real. Yeah, cause that's the freaking deal. Hey, great divine, take the wheel. Yeah, I gotta keep it real. Brothers and sisters, salute.
All right, yeah, take the wheel, brothers and sisters. Let that divine force do what it do. You can hear the car. I'm at home, so you probably gonna hear the car. All right. Yep. So I always like to play a song during the when I'm speaking, because as I said, sometimes speaking can get a little repetitive. So that's why I like to, just get a listeners something to listen to. And as you heard me, I love hip hop. So you'll always hear me play hip hop, or any kind of music for that matter. And as you see, most of my intros, it's classical music because I love classical music, and it's good to widen the scope, of our mind, our thinking, and then carry that out into the world, because you got to explore different things, and you'll be amazed where it take us, like how it led me to volunteering. You just be amazed, brothers and sisters, when we explore and get out of our little bubble, our little so-called comfort zones, and do something different, change up old routines, and stay away from patterns from the world, person, place, thing. Thing being social media mostly, because I remember when social media, me and a lot of us do this as brothers and sisters that are on social media. We draw the good things from it, but man, it's like now I have fun with it, you know, so because I like creating and making music, and that's the beautiful part. Because I used to, like I told my son, Lord Lamont, salute, which we got to do a father and son discussion. We got one coming. I don't know when, so I don't want to say when. But look for another father and son discussion, book session, and I'm gonna do more tributes on artists, R&B and hip hop, and probably jazz too. And I got one show coming up that I already got ready that I got to do about more tribute to artists, because I want to do some more, because I love music. I want to speak on that, and I like doing those. And I had someone tell me in the comment they like when I do those little tributes to artists. So look for that. Again, father-son discussions and book sessions. I haven't done one in a while. The book sessions on the book Contender, and it's a book that my goddaughter gave me, and which is doing well. She's back in the Milltown now. So yeah, look for that, and it's wonderful. Yeah, but getting back to, man, letting that divine take the wheel, and how great things we think in our mind, that when the divine has something for us, what it will lead us to. And remember, we all get that call. It's just different calls, and some listen to it, some don't. And but it led me to volunteering. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And again, I miss it when I'm not there, and I missed a couple weeks, and then I went back, you know, and they always welcome me in. And you know, I go down to the lunchroom and watch the kids. I be in awe, and when I look at all the children and how much they appreciate me. They show their appreciation of the adults being there. Again, not every day challenging though, because you know, kids will be kids, but the results down the road, the impact we give them for generations to come, is what make it all worth it. So, yep. So I thank those that's been riding along. I appreciate you. You know, I do this for that great divine. You know, it's like self-therapy, and anyone that listens, you know, like I say, you get anything positive out of one say, or any music you like, or you feel any good vibrations from this channel, take it and pass it on to someone else, because vibration is real. You know, what we harbor inside, as we'll find out later on in levels or age, is very, very important. Whether people see it or not, good or bad, it's important. We'll find this out. You know, we hear this 1,000 times. What we put out is what the heck we get back. So if you don't think that's true, like my grandmother say, may she rest in peace and in power, keep on living, buddy. You'll find out. All right, so I want to get to this book, my book I speak on, called Unlocking the Vault, and I want to read a page from it. And as I like to do, and as I said, when I'm at my son's school volunteering at my little desk, that's when I write the pages to my book. And something that I thought was amazing, I was watching Straight Outta Compton. You know, I'm always watching hip hop videos and movies and stuff. But when I watch, now I don't watch movies all the time, but certain ones, especially if it got something to do with hip hop or music, I'm gonna watch it. I've seen all of them. I've seen 8 Mile, Get Rich or Die Trying. Let me see, Hustle and Flow. I've damn near seen all of them, because I'm a hip hop head. It's what I do. You know, there's many of us out here. Salute my music lovers. You know, not just hip hop. You know, as I said, hip hop is one's first love. I will always love hip hop, even if I can't rhyme. And I'll always write rhymes. Whether I can recite it anymore or do music, I can pass it on to generations to come. Like I said, gotta be like my banner here. You know, see the beauty above all the BS. All right, now I was watching Straight Outta Compton, and something I thought was amazing in there. I don't know why it seemed like I got this connection to Ice Cube for some reason. Because as I said on the podcast, my son said one of his favorite songs from Cube was Today Was a Good Day. And I thought that was ironic. I was like, wow, he just came out of nowhere. I like that song Ice Cube made called Have a Good Day. See, Ice Cube, you made a righteous impact on a young brother. That's why it's important, the songs we make. Those are the songs that people would that don't care for the other crap, they'll remember the positive songs. Because again, most of the songs from like Pac or Slick Rick, we remember the positive song. Well, Slick Rick, most of his songs were meaningful. None of his songs were thuggery anyway. But I always use Pac as an example. The most memorable songs from Pac is the positive ones he did. You know, nobody. I don't want to relive the bad songs. It was dope, but who wants to relive those songs? You know, let's keep hold of the good part of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And DMX and many others. Salute. Yeah. So And what I found was amazing about Ice Cube, I was watching the movie Straight Outta Compton, and that scene where he's going over Dre house when Dre was in there killing it, when he was on the turntable just tearing it up, and Cube was like, "Damn, Dre." But in that part when Dre asked Cube, did he have his rhymes ready for the, because he was doing that show that night. He said, "You got your rhymes ready?" He said, "I always got me, Cube." And salute to let me see if I say his name right. Oh shit, man, I can't say. I don't want to mess his name up. But Ice Cube's son, he just had a birthday. Salute to him. I can't. I know his name, but I don't want to mess his name up. I don't want to, because he got a very unique name. I don't want to mess it up. But salute, he just had a birthday. Salute to Cube's son. He did an awesome job playing him. Everybody did a good job too. The Easy, all of them. They all did a good job playing those brothers in that movie. But anyway, but again, salute to Cube's son, just had a birthday. Again, I don't want to say his name because I want to mess his name up. But that part when they showed Cube, when Dre asked him, did he have his rhymes wrote? He put out that composition, and I got the same exact composition. I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. See, that's why I made that video called "The Beauty of Clarity." I'm telling you, and I know it's not just me. A lot of us, we see synchronicity. We see little stuff like that all the time. I pay attention to shit like that now. So it's like we have these different connections to brothers and sisters that we're not even near. That's amazing to me. So, and I don't know, some people I have connections to, and sometimes I wonder if they feel that, and it is kind of weird and scary, kind of. It's like, wow, you have these connections with people, and I'm talking about like resonating with people, not nothing like copying or imitating, just something out of nowhere. And I'm sure a lot of us have experienced this. We have this different connections to different brothers and sisters, and it could be far away, nowhere near, That's amazing about that great divine. That's why I said, let that divine take the wheel. It will show us so much stuff. All right. Yeah, but I got that same composition that Cube showed in the, Straight Outta Compton movie. I was like, wow. And man, the same exact one, because that's what I write in my book, Unlocking the Vote, because it's again, it's just a composition. I call what it says book on it though. I think on the front, yeah, it says composition book, so it is a book. How ironic! And I always write the dates on them, And I'm on page 47, and like I said, I'm gonna do 50 pages, and then I'm gonna start another book called Solitude Strength. It's about refueling and keeping oneself stable when we enter into the world, because we're social creatures, we can have solitude all we want, but it's things we have to do. We have to get out. Can't stay in the house all the time. So we become good, and we treat each other with respect. Those that, and just let our vibration and that great divine, like I said, let that great divine take the wheel. Let our vibration and let our intuition do the talking. Because sometimes being silent, we can feel a person's energy. We don't even have to. If we feel it, we don't even have to get involved. Again, it's not about shutting people off. It's about preserving oneself. It's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but it is. It's a reality. Never ever be lost in a false sense of reality. I say that from time to time. Danger, danger, danger. But I brought that up because I wanted to read, a page out of one's book, which is a composition. So salute to Cube, is doing good things, and I think he's been with his wife for years, and salute to any celebrity that's been with their same wives for years. And I think LL's been with his wife for a while. It's a lot of them. Denzel, you know what I'm saying? I think that's great. I think Morris Chestnut, he's another one. That's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? I love shit like that. So salute to Cube and his family, and he went through his transformation. We all go through our little transformations. At least he evolved. He went through his little gangster era, but sometimes I forget. This just, I can't speak for nobody else, but just for me, because I remember how I was when I was young. Totally different mindset. So it was messed up, the gangster, some of the gangster era, but Cube was young as well as the rest of them. They were young then. They didn't think the way a lot of them think now. They didn't think that way then. So we got to kind of be mindful of that, you know, how we was when we was young. But again, it's just for me. Can't speak for no one else, just one's perspective. But let's think that great divine, that Cube, you know, he evolved. You know, he grew out of that. You know, and he didn't. And his son is, man, awesome. You know, I tell you, he couldn't have played Cube any better. You know, beautiful. So I try to draw some good from things. I try to draw that positive. You know, and rest in peace and in power to Easy E. I'm gonna have to do a little special on Easy E, get him on my channel here. But I got another tribute coming up. I got some wonderful artists. I got some more lists of some artists. And you know, I always try to focus on the meaningful music and meaningful artists that brought a righteous impact to hip hop or R&B or any kind of music. So I always try to focus on that. But you know, and I try to focus on the underground too. Now I talk about maybe, you know, artists that we know, you know, celebs and whatnot, but I always try to focus on that underground, because I got the utmost respect for underground brother and sister that's an artist, real talk. Because that take galls, real talk. Galls and balls, you know, because it can be challenging being underground, you know, because I consider myself underground. Like Exhibit and Tech Nine and Masterpiece. Salute! The kings of underground. I know there's many others out there, but them the three that I speak on sometimes. Those three right there, king underground. All right, so I'm gonna read this page from one's book that I said I had, like the Brother Cube, and the date was 2/26/2025. Unlocking the Vault is what I title it, and it's page 47. And I'm gonna start off, leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's go. When we step back and really take a good look at this world, the journey begins. Once we are out of this little bubble we've been living in, a lot of things will come into the light that sometimes we miss. But once we have a grasp on life, some amazing things will come about, like me volunteering and other things that I've experienced and a lot of us experience, as well as realities that when we stay in deep prayer, as I say all the time, real prayer now, because I know some people say prayer, some people say meditation. Okay, in deep prayer or meditation, this way we stay centered, balanced, and focused, and be ready for anything, because life can be very unpredictable. Turn pain or any kind of discouragement into a righteous weapon. Remember, nothing is more powerful than a righteous thought or the human spirit. We have had a lot of examples throughout our history, with some I say all the time, you know, and we have, you know, and that's what we study. You know what I'm saying? That's what we draw from social media. You know, look up someone that was very powerful and impactful. You know, that's who we learn from. Those who have had real experiences and not looking for numbers or subscriptions. Remember, this could be somebody with a high status, because again, if we're in the righteous circles, we'll know who the generals are, you know. So even if they do maybe have a big platform and numbers and whatnot, if they're righteous, support them. Even if it's silently, do it then. I like to call myself the silent hero. You know, I like doing that. I don't know. It's just, that's my little reward to oneself. That's my little gift. You know, that's something I know I did, you know, and nobody else always don't have to know, but it'll come back around. You know what I'm saying? What we put out, brothers and sisters. So we can even do it in silence. You know, I really so heartily, I'm learning this vibration thing. It's a real thing, you know. That's why it's so important what we harbor inside when nobody else knows. It really does matter. You know, people don't take that serious. It really does, because, you know, that's why you hear some of our top philosophers or experts or scientists, they all say the same thing. You know, study human nature within ourselves. It's not always for, now we do it to anticipate person, place, or thing, but as I say all the time, we mostly do it for oneself, so we can have ourselves in check. Then we can see into the core of another, whether good or bad. But it's not that we're looking for bad in an individual. It's about preserving oneself and protecting one's peace. And we do those things so we can be ready for things that's coming down the road. So we can have our eyes open for the bigger picture, children, family, significant other. if we have one. Righteous ripple effect. So that's what volunteering does. Just our presence alone, brothers and sisters, can lift a child. And I like seeing that. It's so rewarding. It just makes you feel good. And you didn't waste time. That's another beautiful thing about volunteering. You're not wasting time. So, and when you're on the inside, you see what goes on. I always give parents advice, because a lot of, again, we work. Some parents maybe go to school and busy, but you got to drop in your school at least once a week. If every other week, just pop up. That makes an impression on that child, and it kind of keeps them, I wouldn't say in check, but it keeps them disciplined, because they never know when you're going to pop up. So that's what kind of keep them from misbehaving. And also teach our children how to interact with other children, because as we all know, the biggest influence in a young brother or young sister or young male or young female life is their peers, so that's another reason why we volunteer. And we drop by the school every so often, get to know their friends, get to know who they are, not really being nosy, but a lot of time you communicate with them and get to talking, they'll tell you, they'll tell you things. Not that you're being nosy or trying to sift information, just getting to know them, see what type of person they're going to be. And some kids, maybe they misbehave, but they get to know you and you change them, in subtle ways and little ways. You chip away, they change here and there, and you start to see it. So that's the beauty of just volunteering. Again, it's in the world, in school, in our lives, overall general thing, when we just do things and not looking for recognition, and really so heartily trying to help humanity and or culture, because it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. And that's what helps keep our immune system strong. When we have positive energy within, we are authentic. We're being real. And again, amidst the challenges, there are going to be challenges. That's a reality. But when we're in the right space and we're not looking to hurt ourselves or no one else, there'll be less challenges, brothers and sisters. So again, salute to the faculty, teachers, the principals, the nurse, the children, all the things I've experienced volunteering. All my volunteers out there, salute. May that great divine bliss and bless you. You didn't have to, but you felt the need to. It was in your gut, wasn't it? Again, when that great divine has something for us, it's going to agonize us. It's going to bother us. Sometimes, again, when the great divine sends us synchronicities, sometimes it can be because something good's coming, or it could be something showing us up. It could be something protecting us, trying to make us see something. Sometimes we might not see. So that's another reason why we connect to that positive force, so we can be ready for things, because it's a lot of shit going on. That's why we can't be trapped in small spaces, step outside this fucking matrix, so we can be somewhat prepared, So that was my positive thought. And I just wanted to speak on a little bit of volunteering. Haven't spoken a few days. It's good therapy to speak. And I just want to keep lifting the listeners and thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. And, listen to there's some great reachers and teachers out there. Let's stay in them spaces, get as much information as we can, protect our families, pay attention to them, our children, best way we can. Don't get too caught up. Take moments and slow things down. Don't have this social media in this world have you going and distracted, and you ain't seeing nothing, time just flying by. Don't do that. Always take moments of deep prayer and meditation, so we can be ready for whatever, and that's keeping ourselves centered. All right, so I'm gonna outro out with the youthful sounds of my godchildren and my son. And again, thank those for coming in and been riding along and commenting, listening to music or father and son discussion. And my son Lloyd Lamont, salute. And one's family, salute. And we all keep that ultimate peace, in your part of the world, wherever we are, family, brother, sister, general, salute. And as I said, I'm going to outro out with the youthful sounds of my son and the youth. Salute, y'all.
Brothers and sisters, I am here in the classroom with my son. If you can hear the children all around me, I'm literally at the school right now, volunteering. What's up? Current subscriber, new subscriber. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Don't look big age,
Hi, everybody.
That's my son. We're sitting here at the table right now, eating his lunch. We're actually in the classroom. They couldn't go to the lunchroom. Wonderful, youthful voices around me. I would videotape, but that'd be weird, so I just thought I'd just do the voice. Put this on my YouTube. I was going to videotape, but it's not appropriate to videotape around kids. Yep, sitting here with Ethan. Eating, let me see what we got here. Eating yogurt, strawberry, banana. It's a weird lunch. You got carrots, which you probably ain't gonna touch. You like carrots? Oh.
Zion, no. Keep your hands.
And we got blue raspberry lemon. What is this? This not yogurt. It's supposed to be a slushy, a smoothie, a slushy. Well, I might be getting out of here in a minute.
I'm not going to say it again.
I'm gonna get ready for work.
Wait a minute. Just wait.
I like that shirt he got. What's your shirt say, man? I know it say swag. What does it say at the bottom? I can't see it. What does it say? Light up the streets? Okay. What artist is that? You know what artist that is? You know what rapper that is? It's who? Oh. I don't know who that is either. Look familiar though. I like that sweater. Look like 21 Savage. That's what it look like. Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining in, coming in. Sitting with the youth, volunteering at my son's school. Gotta work together, can't complain. When you're on the inside, you see the deal.
Thank you. We're not playing in the back. Zion, the garbage is here. And you are not to leave this classroom. Zion, go to your seat. No, go sit down.
All right, yo, Dad, gonna have to roll out of here. You ain't eating these. What you gonna do with these? Some what? Smile sometimes. Smile. You look better when you smile. All right, son, I'm going to have to roll up out of here. I go home and get ready for work. I'll be back tomorrow, though. Yep. Tell everybody bye. Say this Ethan. See y'all later.
This Ethan. See y'all later.
All right, y'all. Signing out.